You dig? All right, channel release from YouTube prison, man. We got another one on deck. Yeah, okay. This channel was in YouTube jail, okay, but it has been released from YouTube prison. And like I said, God damn it, I was waiting patiently for this channel to be released back into the YouTube population. All right, they can't shut us down. All right, got to get all my channels in back in the algorithms. God damn it. What up, Dope Shady? I'm gonna get all my channels back in the algorithms. Okay. Yeah, boy. All right. I see these YouTube streets have been mighty calm. All right, that ain't really a bad thing. That ain't really a bad thing. These YouTube streets rather calm. You see what I'm saying? All right, bunch of motherfucking rejects running around this bitch. But as we get back into the swing of things, all right, we know that Friday's coming. Right? Friday's coming. Okay? And we gonna be banging on the website all night long. Come Friday. You see what I'm saying? Oh, all right. Yeah. I've been chilling, watching some current events, watching Joe Biden come on TV. How many of y'all motherfuckers saw that shit? Because it was on channels 2, 4, and 7. All right. I'm telling you right now, Joe Biden is about to be the lamest president in U.S. history. I don't understand how you can put somebody in office that can't even fucking talk on a microphone. This motherfucker can't complete a thought. He will start off, all right, look, he will start off like with an intro and then he'll follow up with another intro. All right. Now, from what it looks like, this motherfucker about to make them vaccine shots mandatory. I'm just giving you a forewarning. He is about to forcibly make motherfuckers take this goddamn shot. Forcibly. By force. You know, it should be like freedom of choice, but Bill Gates said that what 3 billion people needed to die, so they working on that number every day. They said the planet is overpopulated, and they starting with Africa. They said they've been killing motherfuckers in Africa to control the world population. And I said, ain't this a bitch? They about to play extermination with all our asses. I said, damn, ain't that a bitch? Governor Whitmer talk about she finna open the schools up in March. You see what I'm saying? Like real talk. All right. What? You go back to work and they tell you, well, you can't clock in until you get this needle in your arm. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be on some straight fuck shit. You can't go to the post office unless you got a motherfucking shot. God damn it! Can't walk in the grocery store. All right. This motherfucker ain't planning on doing shit but killing more motherfucking people. Have y'all seen the side effects of them goddamn shots? They testing this shit using humans as guinea pigs and shit, man. All right. Yeah, the last time y'all motherfuckers said Key Dead Man was gone, she showed up on a show and cussed all you niggas out. All right. All right. Like real talk. So you know, that narrative kind of went left. That's why it's not really content. Some of you trolls don't be watching my videos. I mean, I could tell, or you just watch like 5 minutes of it. If you watch a whole stream, you would clearly see that Key Deadman was on the last no DQ night, cussing motherfuckers out for lying on her about me. So you trolls come like a day later repeating shit that everybody else already knew, except y'all, because you don't watch the streams. So again, whose fault is that? Like he didn't go nowhere. She's still on the goddamn show. She's still popping in, and she just wait for y'all to get to talking shit, then pop on the stream and get to roasting the shit out y'all. I mean, at some point you would stop falling for the same trap. I mean, look what happened to Classic Lights. Or you know what? You don't know what happened to Classic Lights because you didn't watch the show. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to trolls because they're misinformed. They're all misinformed. They just looking for some arguments and some beefs. All right, because the majority of all the beefs now is starting to die off. And when the beefs die off, yeah, they have nowhere to go. Yeah, they have nowhere to go. To the dog growling at me. Oh man, it wasn't even a falling out. Like motherfuckers, black people argue with each other. I don't know about y'all. Okay, black people do argue with each other. That don't mean they fell out. I mean, I had spoke with some people earlier today. They told me that um, I think Jazzy. Well, they told me Jazzy turned on me. I didn't see it, but they said Jazzy was the one that was pissed at me. You trolls need to get accurate information because I don't know, uh, how true that is or not. Um, I mean, she hadn't reached out to me. She ain't cussed me out on no live stream. I mean, if she did. But hell, like I said before, people got their own crowd. They got their own people. So, far be it for me to follow behind another motherfucker, man. Like I said, I got my own channels, and I will go live on these bitches. Uh, you know, on my own. That way, can have my own mic. I can have my own mic, can have my own shit. You know. Yeah, I could have went live on the other channel, but like I said, I got to get this channel reactivated. Um, and basically, all I got to do is go live on it a couple times. I mean, you see now the notifications are catching up. You know what I'm saying? The notifications are catching up. Okay, chilling, chilling. Yeah, Camp, you still afraid to look in that book of Matthew, man? It ain't gonna bite you. You still afraid to look in that book of Matthew? If you read the book of Matthew, you will understand why Christians are the way they are. Just read that book, okay, and you will be intrigued and understand shit that you never understood before. Nothing happened between me and Key. Uh, she was on the last no DQ night. Uh, yeah, I can see that nobody wanted to watch that show, huh? Well, let's see. That show, uh, you're over 30 degrees in masonry. Okay, read the book of Matthew then. Shit, it ain't gonna bite you. If you did all that masonry shit, read the book of Matthew. you will figure out a bunch of shit. Wait a minute here. Let me see the last. Yeah, see, it was a 2 hour show. Oh no, matter of fact, it was right here. See, see, key dead man, right here. You see, you hear? See, key dead man. Anybody else? There she go, right there. No DQ night a day ago, right there. All right. Well, Cam, if you are a Mason, you need to go check your boy, the Jurassic Sissy, because he claims to be a Mason too, but he don't really be doing no Masonic shit. I be waiting. If I say I'm a Mason, does that mean that you can't check me? All I got to do is tell you that I am God and I worship the Creator, and you know, basically you can't fuck with me, and you can't challenge anything I say. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to catch up here. You know, I figured like you could bust a nigga for false claiming because a lot of motherfuckers could flex and say that they Masons just by watching YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. They could flex, watch enough YouTube, and boom. You said Gotti back with ZX. Well, Gotti's numbers dropped in the toilet and half his team walked out on him. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what the benefits were either. I mean, if Masons were benefiting, the community, like the poor level of the community, shit, I think there would be more Masons because it would be like an ongoing cycle. One Mason would help a non-Mason. That motherfucker would get so much help, he would want to become a Mason. Then it would like the cycle would just keep repeating over and over and over again. But it doesn't. I don't understand the logic of it. It just seems like a fraternity. No offense. People only look out for motherfuckers inside the group. I don't see anything different than the Bloods and the Crips. You know, Because when I help out people, I help them out just to help them. I don't really personally care if they're a Mason or not. You know, that stuff doesn't really affect me. So you go to the grave with secrets. Well, hell. Um, to be honest with you, if you go to the grave with secrets, it was no sense in telling you in the first place. If the knowledge that you have is so secretive that you got to take it to the grave, then what's the benefit of the knowledge? It's not knowledge. It's not knowledge. It's not wisdom. It doesn't benefit anybody. There's no benefit. If knowledge isn't helpful, what's the purpose of the knowledge? What's the purpose of the wisdom if it cannot help the future generations of the world? You know, it's and then the secrets that supposedly are supposed to be taken to the grave, hell, over half of those secrets have been posted online. Motherfuckers then recorded meetings, motherfuckers then recorded all types of shit and posted it, right? On social media. You could look up the Masonic order. You could look up the Masonic orders and get all types of information on that shit. And to say, well, we're not casting pearls before swine, like I said before, it's like being selective because the Bible says treat your foreigner, your fellow man, even the ones that don't worship and believe as you do, to treat him as your brother, to treat him as no different as native as you. So no other practice is done like that, and that's why we're so far ahead as a society. Oh, excuse me, I said we far behind. We so far behind as a damn society. Like real talk. It's like black people make up what 13% of the population, and then within that 13%, you have a selection or a group that is separate from the 13%. So that kind of divides us even more and makes us even more weaker. I mean, hell, ZX is a Mason, and at right now he's $4,000 in back taxes. Talking about what he used to making 100,000, and he only made 9 or 6,000 this year from his business. Oh, he might need his Mason brothers in a minute. But again, taking secrets to the grave, what benefit is a secret to the dead? What benefit is a living secret going to benefit you in death? All right, the dead are conscious of nothing. See, when people want to keep secrets, all that means is, it just can't be the truth, because information, knowledge, and wisdom should be proven, and you should be able to stand on it. If you can't stand on the knowledge and the wisdom, it can't be true knowledge. It can't be true wisdom, because you can't stand on it and you can't prove it. It's a secret that you take to your grave. So these secrets have no benefit to the world. What's the point? What's the purpose? None. Okay? That ain't no different than telling my daughter in the room a secret and she just don't tell nobody. He died with a bunch of secrets. Oh. He died knowing the actual truth and didn't want to wake anybody up because it was a secret. Oh. They hold some type of knowledge that can change the world, but they won't tell it. Oh. Well, I guess we're going to have more police officers shooting black folks, and everything is going to stay exactly the same. All right? More and more young people will be lost, and more people will be dead, right? But there's this group, and they got all these secrets. They could fix it, but they won't. Mm. Uh, I guess that's why I took no interest in the Masons, because they're so secretive that you don't even see them anywhere. They come out and say, I'm a Mason, but then they won't tell you anything else. Why even tell me you're a Mason? I mean, you should take that secret to the grave too. All right, it should be all secretive. Okay, hell, Masons shouldn't even have each other's telephone number. All right, your number should be a secret. Your address should be a secret. Hell, when you walk into the goddamn hall, nobody should know your name. Let it all be a secret. Who are you? I am no one. All right. But Rick Ross pretty much did good for himself. You know, Rick Ross, he's a Mason. He did pretty good for himself. Yeah. Well, yeah, I made a video about that a while back. Yeah, it was pretty theatrical. You got Donald Trump out there saying, "Go get him." Then 30,000 people roll up. Out of 30,000 people, one police officer and one protester is dead. There's your two people dead. Yeah. Then them dumb motherfuckers that was sitting around, um, some of them got arrested. The ones that wanted to be on camera. A lot of them got arrested. You see what I'm saying? Who the fuck wants to go to jail just for being a Trump supporter? Okay? Who actually wants to go to jail? And they say, "What you in here for?" "Oh man, they locked me up for supporting Donald Trump." Like, "What you in here for?" "Nigga, triple homicide. That's what I'm in here for. I killed three Trump supporters. And you said you in here for being one? Oh, we gonna have us a good time. We gonna have us a good time. Up in here. Up in here. Up in here." You know? And like I said before, Donald Trump ain't fitting to like let anybody out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Donald gonna do? Like, as soon as you get locked up, as soon as you get locked up, you think Donald gonna bail your ass out? I mean, because if I was supporting Donald Trump, that'd be my first phone call would be to the White House. What, by making my house into a church? Well, I know about that, Camp. You know, all I got to do is tell them that, my house is actually a church, and boom, I won't be paying taxes, like ever. I do know about that now. Okay. Real talk. Oh yeah. Okay. Real talk. But yeah, as I look around, we're gonna have some drastic changes, that come with the reopening and things starting to pop back open all over again. All right. But see, there's a lot of businesses that have lost completely. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really trying to see what downtown Detroit looks like. Once they lift these fucking bans off. You know what I'm saying? Because people have been living off of unemployment. Some people ain't been getting their unemployment checks. You know, they telling motherfuckers to file for your stimulus on your W-2s. But wait a damn minute. You know what I'm saying? If you file a W-2 form, oh, excuse me, no, excuse me. If you file your taxes, not a W-2, but if you file your taxes, right, and they give you the $600 back on your taxes, well, they still taking the fucking money from you. You see what I'm saying? They still taking the money from you. You see what I'm saying? You know? And then Joe Biden talk about we going back to Congress as soon as I get into the White House and we gonna get that $2,000. Like shut your lying ass up. You ain't finna do shit. All right, but go in the White House and start another goddamn war. All right, because that's what Democrats do. All right, that's what they do. All right, okay. Oh yeah, the American dollar will be worth less than the goddamn Mexican dollar by the time this shit is over with. For real talk. Real talk. All right, real talk. They fucking up all our shit. But low key, hey man, it's the way our government is set up. They say they gonna look out for you, but then again, they don't look out for shit. All right, buy some silver, bro. The best investment you can make in America is buying dirt, buying grass. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's probably the most important thing you can own is land, property. Well, no, um, a deed is definitely ownership. It's no different than having a title to your car. Okay, yeah, a deed is definitely ownership, Playboy. Okay, I was trying to tell people before the reason why you pay your taxes, the purpose of paying taxes, the reason why in Michigan that you pay your taxes is because every single Monday and every other Tuesday, the trash man comes by your house, picks up your trash for free. You can sit refrigerators out there, whatever you sit in front of your house, they freely remove. All they want is a set fee at the end of the year so that can pay for the removal of the trash that you didn't set out in front of your house. You see how that works? The majority of your tax money pays city workers and government officials for keeping your property clean. So, what's wrong with having property and not having to take the garbage to the city dump yourself? What's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? All right, real talk. Hell, healthcare is mandatory, but there's still a lot of us that didn't sign up for that shit. We illegal as hell. Oh Lord, don't tell me you coming here with that promise to pay. You mean like an IOU? Well, if I can write out a promise to pay to you, why don't you go ahead and send me 10,000 in Federal Reserve note, and I'll write you a promise to pay. All right? Can the Masons hook me up like that? If I come up with a promise to pay, can they give me like 10 grand? Probably not. You know, Yeah, that promise to pay bullshit only applies, okay, when you're not the one that's owed. Because if you're the one that's owed, you're not going to want to hear anything about a promise to pay. Okay? Okay, if any of that shit was 100, True Freeman would still have his house right now because he tried that promise to pay shit. He still got kicked out by a judge that didn't believe in promises. He wanted a guarantee. But see, my taxes are about anywhere between $600 and $700 for the year, and that money gets paid like in March. I normally go down there and pay it like around March. Sometimes I do it offline. I mean online, and sometimes you can do it down there. I prefer to do it online. You can just call and pay them over the phone, and boom, it'd be over with, just like that. All right, all right. Well, yeah, some of them properties was in his name, and that's what he's doing with his house right now. He said he was just trying to squat it out, and he had like 5 more years, and then he could go. You said Masons run the world. If Masons ran the world, more black people would be on top. If Masons ran the world, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't let the Chinese come in here with COVID-19, bro. Obviously, they didn't lie to you. All right. If Masons run the world, we would have actually had a real black president instead of Joe Biden or Donald Trump. They would have voted for the black man that was actually on the ballot. See, you might feel that the Masons run the world, but I'm going to challenge that and say Satan is the ruler of the world. Y'all just live in it. You dig? You just live in the world. Because even though you think the Masons run the world, not none of you can walk into the Rothschild's house and say, "Hey brother, I'm a Mason just like you." None of you can go to the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers and say, "Hey man, I took that oath. I took that oath. Let me in the gate. I took the oath. I know the secrets. Can you let me in?" Satan is the ruler of the world. And guess what? Satan is not no motherfucking Mason. All right. Satan did not join your Masonic group. He just got y'all dancing around in some funny ass outfits. But Satan is not a Mason. No. All right. He's not a team player. Well, if Masons rule the world, then what is Satan doing? Satan's on vacation? Satan passed off his legacy to the Masons? I personally don't think so. Because if the Masons ran the world like they said they would, hell, you wouldn't have a world banking system in place. And the world banking system is controlled by a family, not a Masonic temple. A family owns that, not a Masonic group. They were family before that Masonry shit even came into play. They were already related. They were already family. Okay? And they still family at the end of the day. They blood related. Okay? Without the world banking system, there would be no money for you to spend. There would be no dollars. There would be no dollars. There would be no money. There would be none of that. There'd be no currency without the world banking system. If the world banking system shuts down, guess what? None of you Masons would make a fucking dime. Okay? If they stop printing money at the World Bank, okay, you could call every Mason brother you got. They ain't gonna fix that shit. Hell, the government did already shut down. Did the Masons step in? Did the Masons step in when the government shut down and they was trying to cut off everybody's motherfucking unemployment? I remember I was locked up and I read this book and it was a book that tried to paint Satan out as being a good guy. A lot of these books now are painting Satan to be a good guy. You said Joe Biden has a $1.3 trillion what? He's got a $1.3 trillion plan on the way. I just want you to think about something. Where the fuck is Joe Biden going to get $1.3 trillion from? Where is he going to get that money from? Where is he going to get that money from? Where is he going to get it from? The Federal Reserve. Who runs the Federal Reserve? The World Bank, because the Federal Reserve is not ran by the government. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So 1.3 trillion, that sounds like a loan to me. That sounds like a loan. That sounds like more debt. That sounds like more benefits to be cut. That sounds like taxes and gas and things like that being raised because you can't take away from one end, all right, and not fuck up the other. Hell, some of y'all sitting on $100,000 right now. You can't afford to give me 50, can you? Can you afford to give me half of your $100,000 and tomorrow you'll be back at 100,000? Can you do that? I mean, because if people could do that, the world would be a different place. Poverty wouldn't exist. There would be no poor communities anywhere. but it's more of a mindset than something that's physically impossible. We are taught not to help the less fortunate. We're taught this as children. Like we'll get to a certain status and then we'll just keep on motherfucking going. All right? Plays into the hands of greed. But me personally, I don't trust any government like plan or anything. I mean, yeah, they have some shit that'll benefit the people, but there's more harm on the table than it is good. You know what I'm saying? There's more harm on the table than it is good. And that's what we got to be on the lookout for. All right? You giving us all this money, you giving us all this shit, talk about, well, this is just going to help y'all make it through. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. All these people that have come before begging the government for help, begging the government for cash assistance, right? Begging. But y'all had all this cash just sitting here, right? And you want to give it to us now? You see what I'm saying? And why are you giving this to us in sections? First they say everybody get $2,000, right? Now they tell you they're gonna give you another $600 and another 2 grand. Motherfucker, that's 5,000. So why couldn't I just get the whole five? Why couldn't you just give me the whole five off rip? Wouldn't that have been smooth? Let me just get the whole five. Why you got to split up my money? I'm gonna give you the 2,000 first, let you spend the whole 2,000, then give you another 600, let you spend all that, then come back with another 2,000. Nigga, what? JG Wentworth, nigga, give me all my shit today. See, what you have is you have a lot of government officials that have a lot of private companies on the side, and they get into the government to boost their own businesses. That's what it is. You see? Because everybody that leaves the White House, they walk out with some type of business. They walk out with some type of uh uh you know, permanent revenue. Okay? No, no. If I what I would want is I would want a government that was back under Christianity. Because in the 80s, it was one nation under God. What we got right now, oh man, is a bunch of random shit. Hell, I'm already up on a conspiracy. Okay? Satan is the ruler of conspiracy. I know that. You seen that black chick, Iggy Azalea, who did that demonic ritual on Instagram? Hold up, let me go to the bathroom right quick. Yeah, you know. But yeah, I like a nation under Jesus Christ, but we know that ain't gonna happen, right? Because if we had a nation under Jesus Christ, well, then fuck. No, the Constitution, if you pay attention, the 13th Amendment says that slavery is still in play. Okay? If you look up if you look up the 13th Amendment, the 13th Amendment says that slavery is abolished with the exception of you committing a crime. The 14th Amendment protects all government officials like police officers, FBI agents, or any other government official that has the right to blow your brains out. First, the 13th Amendment is installed when you break the law. When you break the law, you are no longer a U.S. citizen. You have been reverted back to a slave, meaning that you do not have any rights inside of America, not even human rights. All right? There was nothing written in the Constitution that said you had to be humane to a goddamn slave. But the reason why it was revised is because originally the Constitution was based for black people, but when they revised it, they were able to do it to every single American in the United States of America. So the slavery now applies to black people and white people. You know, that's how they're able to incarcerate you. You know, they'll say you're under arrest, and then they get to beating your ass. And you can't claim police brutality if they say you're under arrest, because anything after that is you resisting arrest, and they have the right to use deadly force. Okay? Yeah, the revised version doesn't have that many sections now, does it? Okay. But they couldn't put a brother like me in power because I would be assassinated. I would be murdered, like real talk. Because there's no way in hell that I would get to the United States government and be president, have access to $40 trillion, and I don't share it amongst the people. I don't give a fuck. Put me in a federal penitentiary. I'm gonna make somebody rich out here. All right, do it like Kwame Kilpatrick did it. Kwame took $11 million out of Detroit and spread it amongst his family members. The only one that got caught was his uncle. Everybody else, hell, he moved his wife to Texas, relocated motherfuckers. All right, okay. So yeah, we got a whole lot of things coming. But you know what? I just got to be realistic. Like to me, like I don't see no big changes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like ain't no like with Joe Biden coming into office and look, I love this thing that every president says the same thing. Every president tells you that they are bringing more jobs to America. You know that's a bunch of bullshit, right? How the fuck can a one man bring jobs to America? I need y'all to think about this for a second. Don't fall for the Jedi mind trick. When you hear motherfuckers tell you that they bringing more jobs to America, that should tell you right there that they are full of shit. Okay? I just want y'all to think about something. How the fuck do you bring more jobs to your own city? How is that even possible? Let's break that down. How the fuck do you do that? Jobs are corporate. They have nothing to do with government. They are privately owned establishment. Okay? Ask my governor my ass. We gonna keep this shit real motherfucking simple. The governor cannot do shit about a private corporate organization. I want you to think about this. You're a business owner. You own a business. The president says, we're going to bring more jobs to America. You're a business owner. How the fuck did that statement cause your business to grow to the point where you could actually hire more people in your job so that way you as the business owner can make more money and the people on the clock can be paid at the job? How the fuck do we do this? You say that the government is the largest employer in America. Not necessarily, because if you have a criminal record, you can't work for the government. So we could take that off the table. It's not like Joe Biden said, if you're a convicted felon, if you have a violent criminal history, you could still come down here and be a security guard at the White House. That ain't happening. If you got a criminal record, you can still serve your country by becoming a police officer and taking the right side of the law. Nope, that ain't happening. They have legalized the use of marijuana. How many corporations now say, well, we're not going to piss test you because marijuana's legal now? So when I go to a job, a white collar job, and they say, do you have marijuana in your system? And I say, yeah. Okay. Can I turn around and say, well, you can't use that against me because Joe Biden said it was legal now? How the fuck does a president bring more jobs to America? How does he fix the economy? Because we got one business owner that's selling weed, and then we got another business owner that's piss testing and saying, well, he's not going to hire anybody that goes to that weed shop. Mm-mm-mm. See this big conflict of interest? Something ain't right. Right. So, being that they're a corporation and they can regulate however they want to, what the fuck is Joe Biden saying, talking about he's going to offer us more jobs? Like what? What, nigga? Blue collar? White collar? What type of jobs are you talking about? Nigga, you said jobs. You said offer more jobs. You didn't say, nigga, we gonna bring the steel organization back. All you motherfuckers that's looking for employment right now, bitch, we about to take over Amazon. Take your ass down there. They will hire you on the spot. Just use Joe Biden as a reference. Okay? Well, no, he's the president, so he's over state and federal. He was the one that made the goddamn statement with his lying ass. We don't want to play technicalities when the president elect said, as of January, as soon as I get in office, we're going to put some more jobs in America so people can go to work. Doing what, bitch? Doing what? What are they going to be doing? Okay? You said there were going to be more jobs, but you didn't give out any job descriptions. You didn't tell motherfuckers, is this something that you got to have 5 years of college experience, or are we just going to go No experience necessary. You make a statement on national TV. I don't want to hear about sovereign states. I don't want to hear none of that shit. The president said he was about to fix America by bringing more jobs. He did not get into all that technical shit. Don't put words in that old man's mouth. Okay? Shit. Now we got to know, bitch, how you gonna do it? If Joe Biden come up with the Joe Biden job, I will go fill out an application. And when they ask me for references, I'm going to say I got global references. All of them will tell you that I need this job. I will just go on YouTube, fill out the app, tell everybody that I'm trying to get this job, and they ask me for a reference. So I need everybody on YouTube to say in unison, VicDamoane needs a job. He get the fuck off YouTube and go to work. I should be able to get that job. I should be able to get that job. Okay. I'm gonna start trolling Joe Biden. I'm telling y'all, like I said, I don't attack people, but I might start trolling Joe Biden because that motherfucker say some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. Don't we cover the dumb? Don't we cover the stupid? Don't we cover the retarded? And I just can't let that shit go. When I saw that nigga on TV today, I tried to give him a chance. I tried to give him a chance. I might even get flagged on some of these videos because I said somebody need to be roasting this nigga. Somebody need to roast him. I mean, you hear what he's saying? It's like somebody need to cook this motherfucker. You see? Because he just talking out the side of his neck. Every motherfucking inch, like he would start talking about something and it would never be a solution. It would just be right into the next problem. Okay? No solution, next problem. No solution, next problem. I'm like, damn. Don't send this motherfucker nowhere to talk to anybody. This is gonna be. We might end up with like going to war with North Korea, cause this stupid motherfucker gonna fuck all that shit up. At least Donald Trump went over there. At least Donald Trump was talking to them people, giving them they motherfucking respect. Joe Biden about to send us into another goddamn war with North Korea. I see it coming, man. And that's why they don't like Americans, because they trying to Americanize North Korea, and them North Koreans ain't buying that shit, man. They like, hey, man, we live the way we live. We don't come over there and change y'all shit. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, Joe Biden is going to turn around and let all them goddamn illegal immigrants that got kicked out. He gonna let their ass right back into the country. Watch. Let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about that. All right, that old motherfucker is about to open the borders all the way open. If you want to let him in, just let him in. This is America, land of the free, home of the brave, and we're gonna do it right with the Biden plan. Oh my God, when I heard him say that shit, it was like, wow, You really said that shit. Is the Biden plan similar to the Obama plan and the Clinton plan and the Bush plan? Well, George Bush just came out, senior just came out and said New World Order, which I don't think he wanted to say out loud, but he kind of like fucked up and said it out loud. He was supposed to say, the George Bush plan, but he fucked up. And there was an interview that Ronald Reagan did that they fuck around and took down. All right. He wasn't dead when he was president. See, I've been alive that long, James Jones. I was alive when George Bush was president, senior. That was back in the 90s. He fucked up and said New World Order. That was the first time anybody heard a politician say that shit. He said it. Okay, he gave reference to the New World Order back in the fucking 90s. And we weren't that advanced in technology at that time. So he basically got away with murder when he said that shit. And what you had was people that were already studying the occult, studying witchcraft, and then you had a bunch of people that was calling out these crooked politicians. And in the midst of trolling, two separate trolls, all right, end up running into each other. Motherfuckers exposing the devil worshippers, motherfuckers exposing the crooked politicians. Then the motherfuckers that were on the political side, right? They end up at Bohemian Grove. The motherfuckers chasing the devil worshippers, they end up at Bohemian Grove. And then everybody's like, oh shit. And then they look how long that motherfucker been sitting there. It's like, oh shit. You see? Because you got interviews of Ronald Reagan before he became president, and then after he became president, that motherfucker was chilling at Bohemian Grove. And it's funny how Europe and America couldn't get control of China. I mean, couldn't get control of Africa, but China then went over there, nigga, and they taking over all that shit. And what's up with Akon, right? Because you hear Akon talking about building this motherfucking city in Africa, and he's got his own currency. He didn't printed up his own money, and this project's supposed to be finished, but you know with the great catastrophes, the natural disasters that have been happening in Africa, it's like, yo, is somebody like really trying to set something up, man, for some type of like mass killing, like because there's going to be like a sacrifice, right? And every country has to pay a due. We paid our dues in 9/11, but we were still like short on the death toll. And you look at the Twin Towers, they killed 50,000 people, but with this COVID shit, hell, they didn't knocked off way more than that. So there's got to be, you know, a balance. Yeah, everything you see on TV is fake. Everything you see on TV is fake. Don't believe anything you see on television. If these motherfuckers, I mean, not everything is fake. You know what I'm saying? Because people get shot and murdered. But on this political shit, man, it's all fake. On the political shit, it's all fake. You can't believe in nothing you see with political on it. I mean, we learned 10, 15 years ago about CNN telling lies, putting up fake stories and fronting. CNN is the biggest fucking news station in the world. So they got busted. MSNBC got busted. You can't. I mean, at that particular point, you should know not to trust these people. Okay. And if y'all go look up Bohemian Grove, okay, and really do some research and see your politicians over there kicking it with that shit, doing that shit over there, who the fuck are you voting for? All right? If you knew what that shit was about, the shit that they doing there for the purposes that they do it, yeah, you would stay away from them voting polls too. Anytime they would come up, you would stay in the crib. You wouldn't even move. You said move to Ethiopia. Our bloodline has moved from Ethiopia to the seven continents, Cam. All right, being a Christian has nothing to do with uh, a country. Okay, you can be a follower. You can be a follower of Christ in the center of Antarctica, because it don't matter if I'm here, or I'm in Ethiopia. If I don't pray the right way, my prayers won't be heard anyway, because I didn't pray in the right way. Has nothing to do with a country or area. Jesus told you to look under a rock and you would find him. So what does that really say about Ethiopia when Jesus told you to look under a rock? And I understand, you know what I'm saying, the world and humanity, we have a whole lot of history, okay? But breaking news. Jesus Christ ain't human. Jesus existed before Adam. Just think about it like that. So once you can grasp that concept, you'll understand why Christ followers are the way they are. You'll understand it better. But a lot of people don't want to break it down and understand it. So if you don't want to challenge, and there's nothing wrong with challenging the information. You see what I'm saying? If we're gonna put the real information out. Well, I know it's a lot of people that don't believe in the Bible, and they have their own belief system. Like I know it's people out there that believe in aliens. The Bible tells you that that's a bunch of bullshit. I know it's a lot of motherfuckers that believe in ghosts. Like you believe that your Aunt Millie or your grandmother or somebody like that then died and they come back and you be like, oh, well, that's Grandma Millie. That's Auntie Sue. She always knock on the window 3 times at 2 in the morning. You know, the Bible says that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? If you want to get into it like on some G code shit, yeah, the Bible says there is no place called hell that you will see after you die. Okay? The Bible is very direct. The Bible tells you that there are 666 plus million fallen angels running around the earth while the remainder of them are still in heaven. The Bible's very direct. The Bible says that God made 20 billion angels because you know angels can't fuck and reproduce. They don't have the power of creation like man and the animals do. But 1/3 of 20 billion, just do that on a calculator. You know, I'm giving you the fast version so that way, you ain't got to do all this reading. Let me just tell you what it says. Be real direct with it. Hopefully, I don't scare the shit out of nobody. Okay? The Bible, it says the only moving spirit on the earth is the fallen angels. There is nothing else out there. You might think you talking to Aunt Millie, but in all honesty, you're talking to a fallen angel, aka a demon. You know, because that's what it means. Fallen angels are demons. Yep, demonic. You notice that demonic phrase is in every single religion in the world. Have you ever noticed that? Like every religion acknowledges, all right, you said 20 billion? Yeah, King Curl. Go ask your elders. All right? They'll tell you. That's what the 666 mean in the back of the Bible. Oh yeah. Been there, done that. Go ahead and ask them. The elders will tell you that. Right on the money. Okay? See again, Camp, you're looking at Jesus Christ as a human being. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But the Bible says that the soul is not this floating fucking spirit, okay? The soul is your blood, right? That is your soul. So, Jesus, okay, was a carpenter, okay? He was a carpenter. What do carpenters do? They fix shit. They build shit. They're Tyra with less attitude, right? So, with the okay, with the and big bro, uh you can check. I'm telling you, man. I wouldn't bet you on it because you would lose. All right. You know, I was hanging around Brother Dunn pretty hard, big bro. All right. Wait, that ain't no new age shit. All right. Now you want to call Brother Dunn a liar? You know, I'll stand there. I'll stand in front of you and let you do that. Okay. So like I said, the soul is not this floating spirit outside your body. Okay? Right? So, Jesus was an ordinary dude, just like you. But then he got baptized. And when he got baptized, he got out the water and he walked in the woods and nobody saw him for 40 days and 40 nights. When he popped back up, he had superpowers like a Super Saiyan. And that shit fucked your head up mentally because a month ago, you saw this motherfucker fixing the door, chilling, right? Again, Christ is not human, but the spirit of Christ went inside of what? A vessel. That's what the whole, baptized, coming down, okay? Well, big bro, what you remember is uh something I think earlier than the conversation because you knew I was in the advanced study, hard body. You know, you're not gonna cheat me out the knowledge. Big bro, you're not. You know, you go. I'm gonna get what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that information. But like I said, that's a side note. That's a side note. But like I said, go ask the elders. They'll tell you. 20 billion, a third of 20 billion, big bro. Do the math, right? 20 billion divided by point 0.3 on a calculator. Somebody do it and tell me how much. Tell me what that is. Post it in the chat. 20 billion divided by point 0.3. Tell me what you got. What do you get? All right. All right. 20 billion divided by point 0.3. What you got? Do the math. What comes up? Okay. How many sixes came up, Jay? 20 billion divided by point 0.3. 1/3 in decimal, big bro, is not 333. Math. 1/3 in decimal is point 0.3, not 33.3. All right. People scared to use your calculator? Are you afraid? People are scared. Are you scared? Because I ain't scared. Huh? Spooked out now, ain't you? All right. Well. All right. Well, I'm gonna expose the truth for you. Here you go. Yeah, y'all niggas scared. Doo. Calculator. 20. That's million. 20 billion. See that? 20 billion divided by point 0.3. That's what the 6666 means in the Bible. See that? That's where the 666 comes from. The 606 score and six. Yeah. That advanced study that you might not be ready for. Mm-hmm. So, when you look at all of the deities on the earth, the pagan gods, the uh, people all over the world that have different beliefs, and they conjure these various spirits and they call on them in various ways. Yeah, these spirits right here, they've been on the earth longer than you've been born, longer than your mama's been born, your great grandmama, all that shit. And they literally create new religions like every day because they're the fallen. You understand? They're the fallen. And they're down here right along with you. You see? All of these multiple gods, they're fallen angels. Moloch is a fallen angel, right? You got those gods of Egypt. Didn't you pay attention that they were multiple gods? Like God is supposed to be able to do anything, right? But the Egyptians worshipped a god of war, a god of love, a god of this, a god of that, a god of this. But they're gods though. They're supposed to be able to do it all. They're supposed to be able to do it all. Now, Jesus Christ leaves heaven, comes into a vessel. He's walking around on the earth. As he's walking around on the earth, he runs into another vessel that has multiple what? Demons on the inside of it. The fallen angels. Multiple in one individual. What did they say to Jesus Christ? Hey, bro, the fuck is you doing here, man? You ain't supposed to be down here. This is our shit. This is our shit. Why are you down here? We having fun. Bro, you tripping. What did Jesus do? Jesus looked over there and said, man, get the fuck out that man. And they all got the fuck up out of him. Jesus ran into Satan. Satan wasn't inside a vessel. Think about this. You don't. Satan knew his brother was on the ground. But when he saw his brother, he had to try him at least once. Right? Because he was in human form. So he was vulnerable, just like a human. That's why he tried him. He didn't try him while he was talking to God over Lot. He waited until Jesus was put inside of a vessel. All of these is facts, big bro. Just research it. Take your ass to the hall. You might learn a little like your brother. I'm surprised I got a little more information on you. Because people have to get beyond this concept of the Bible saying that Jesus Christ was human. Jesus Christ was not human. He was placed inside of a vessel that could not be created naturally because the bloodline of man has been tainted with a disease that we call sin. Jesus was sin free. This is why God had to do it the way he did it without using Joseph. Now, if God created the sun, the trees, the motherfucking grass outside, the animals, and you can accept all of that, why the fuck is it hard for you to accept that God created one goddamn sperm and stuck that motherfucker in Mary? Are you really saying that God did all this other shit, but when it came to just taking one sperm and throwing that bitch in Mary, oh hell no, he can't do that. That's impossible. Seriously? If you believe God created the air that you breathe right now to stay alive, you can't believe that he took one sperm and just flicked that motherfucker into Mary. You can't believe that? Something is mentally wrong with you. If you believe that at some point that we were gods and we were kings and we had superpowers, I'll ride with you on that. You know why I'm gonna ride with you on that? Because all you got to do is look in the book of Genesis and you'll see all them goddamn superpowers before we fucked it all up. You'll see we had all those fucking superpowers. Everything that you think that we had, we actually did have. But then we fucked it all up because that's what humans do. We fuck up. We get a good thing and we fuck it up. Yeah, you'll see all of that. Do you realize, right, that we have a mindset of tough versus weak, right? The tough guys get more respected than the weak guys, right? The weak guys are the ones that are laughed at, picked on, and some of the tough guys try to make the weak guys tough. How many times you heard somebody say, "We're gonna toughen you up. We're gonna toughen you up. We're gonna make you tough. You need to be toughened up. You need to be tougher. You ain't tough enough." Well, that story is told in Cain and Abel because after Cain killed his brother, his offspring were monsters because they had to be tougher than Cain, and they were. And after that, it went from being tough to being evil, and evil became the norm. It was no longer toughening up. It was all about evil. And then the person that was the most evil was probably the most respected. So there was always a bar. This still goes on in the world to this day. In other countries, we don't experience that. We got a little taste with motherfuckers running up on the Capitol, but they didn't do shit. Just ran up there and just started hollering and screaming. But in these other countries, they literally do overthrow the government. They literally do go over there and take the fuck over. You see? With what? Violence, fear, intimidation. Imagine what you had to do in the beginning when humanity first started to be respected amongst your fellow brothers. What did you have to do? How far did you have to go for people to look at you and fear you? Well, according to the Bible, it got so bad God had to kill every God had to kill every last one of them motherfuckers. Yep. That should tell you it was fucked up when God got to kill babies. Motherfuckers had babies. He didn't give a fuck. He killed the babies too. Newborns, everything. Nothing could survive. He took Noah and his sons and their wives, and that's it. Motherfuckers don't think about it like that. That was God trying to fix it. Still didn't work. So there's a separation between humans and the supernatural because we're used to natural. We're used to what we see in front of us. But if you study the Bible, you will learn that humanity will never be satisfied, ever. There's nothing that will ever satisfy humanity. And the only reason for this is because, we decided to eat from the garden in the middle of the goddamn forest, and God told us not to fuck with it, and we did. If had not maybe if we had not fuck with it, we would all be like, flying around the fucking planet instead of using cars and gas and shit. But you just can't go back and fix shit like that. What's written is written, and we can't go back now. Okay? We can't go back now. And please, don't say that you can prove the Bible isn't real because it's not old enough. Motherfucker, the Gregorian calendar ain't even real. The calendar that we use today does not properly count time. So please, don't tell me that the knowledge in the Bible is fucked up. It can't be. It's just not researched to the extent of both sides. People always look at it from one side instead of analyzing all of it and then giving it an assessment from that point. Okay? See, it's this concept that Christians are supposed to act like Jesus Christ. No, no, no. The Bible is very direct. Jesus Christ told humanity that we were wicked, that we were evil, but we knew how to give gifts to our children. You might not catch that. Jesus said that we were evil, but we knew how to give gifts to our children. You cannot eliminate the evil inside your body. Therefore, you will never be Jesus Christ because Jesus wasn't evil at all. You, on the other hand, have to accept who the fuck you are. Now, once you can accept who you are, you will build a closer relationship to Christ that will be like unfucking breakable. Jesus don't wake up anymore every day feeling bad. He doesn't get up saying, well, I hope I don't piss off Jehovah today. He doesn't do that. So you have to stop doing that. And once you stop doing that, you'll see everything a whole lot clearer when you stop worrying, when you stop being anxious, when you stop uh, 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 allowing all of those things to distract you. Negative energy, anything negative should bounce right off of you at that particular point. No negativity will touch you after that. It's like, see, some people get the message and some people don't. The Bible wasn't based about humanity. Humanity just so happened to be here. Humanity just so happened to be here. The focus should have been on the angels, God, and what they said to fucking do. Everything else is just life. Normal, ordinary life. People living and dying. Talking shit on the way. Talking shit on the way. Generations upon generations upon generations of motherfucking shit talkers. We don't see that in real life. How is that not a part of life? That's why, I know people like Sinetta and various others, they did not read the entire Bible because the Bible is not this thing from the Baptist point of view or the praise worshipers. No, 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 no. Okay? Jesus told you how to pray to get in contact, all right, with the Creator. So if you have not attempted to do what Jesus Christ said do, hell, you can't tell me shit. Pray the way Jesus told you to pray. And if something happens, you niggas owe me $5,000. You can just hit my PayPal Cash App when something hits your motherfucking ass in the back of the goddamn head. Okay? And Jesus Christ was the one that told you you would stick to your traditions because the tradition shit is easier, it's safer. That's why you stick to the tradition. You know ain't nothing gonna happen. You could put up a tree, you could dance around, you could chant, you could do all that shit because you know ain't shit fitting to happen. But doing what Jesus Christ told you to do, oh, that might blow you away. That might fuck with you. That might keep you up at night. Okay? All I tell you is pray the way Jesus Christ told you to pray. And don't pray no other way but that way. Okay? Don't pray no other way but that way. Do not go outside. I don't give a fuck who told you. I don't give a fuck how old they are. I don't care how much knowledge they have and they tell you to do something different. Do it the way Jesus told you to do it and see what happens. You know, because doing it the way Jesus told you to do it, ooh, it could be spooky, like going into your bathroom and calling on Candyman. Yeah. you're going to get off into that supernatural shit. Okay? Who knows the way to pray to God according to the Bible? Because according to the Bible, there is only one way to pray. One. There is no other way. If you want your prayers heard by God, there is only one way to pray to God, and you cannot go outside of the guidelines because Jesus didn't give you an option B. He didn't say also do this, or you can pray this way or pray that way. You know, it's like if I give you the combination code to a locker, you can't put in a different combination and think that motherfucker's going to open because you want to put in the numbers that you want to put in. If I give you a key to open up a front door, you can't go to the locksmith, switch keys, and that key work for that fucking door. Well, put it to you like this. J knows Z. J knows Z. I want you to think about something. Do you know why the Jews and the Catholics were okay with taking God's name out of the Bible? Do you know why they were okay with it? The real reason why they were okay with it? Do you know why they were okay with taking God's name out of the Bible? Catholic Church, the Jews, everybody said, fuck that, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. The reason why they took God's name out of the Bible is because they were afraid that people were going to use God's name in vain. So the best way to do that is to not call him by his government name. I think that worked like a charm. I think that worked out like a charm. That was the safest, best thing that they could have ever did with. I'm actually cool with them doing that because it makes people actually go hunt for the truth versus falling for any old thing. Because remember, if you don't know a person's name, how can you have a relationship with them? How can you have a relationship with them? So take God's name out of the Bible, replace it with Lord, we're fucking safe. That actually was pretty damn smart. But they left it in one place, Psalms 83:18, except for that revised Bible, that fake one. No. Um, Jay knows that if you look in the King James Bible, it will tell you the name of God. And he was only referred to by God and the Almighty. But God's name is Jehovah. But nobody refers to him as that. They just say God because That's what was promoted by man. Not only did they do that, they created the Gregorian calendar because they don't need humanity fucking up again. These were fail safe systems. These are fail safe systems. This is a security system set up by the Catholic and the Jews because they already know they fucked up when they killed Jesus. They already know they fucked up when they killed Jesus. Okay, so we're going to erase time and reset the clock at zero, or excuse me, the year is now January 1st, 0001. We're not even going to count yesterday. Yesterday don't even count. I need everybody to know that the date is January 1st, 0001. Okay? And secondly, there are no longer 15 months in a year. We have knocked that shit down to 12. Okay? 13, 14, and 15th month no longer exist. We are now getting off of that. That's right. We are going to reset the odometer on the planet because we don't need these motherfuckers fucking up in the next generation. Do you understand? All fail safe systems. Yes, Vic can, Keisha, want to answer some questions? Fire away. Fire away. Can you imagine people using cuss words with God's real name? I think that would actually like you know how people say goddamn, 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 and people say, oh, you shouldn't cuss, you disrespecting the Lord and all this other type of shit, but that's not God's name. So you kind of dodged the bullet because people in the Old Testament, look, in the Old Testament, they were calling on the name of God and holy fuck. I'm on my cell phone, unfortunately, so I don't have a link to drop. But you can ask me any question. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Go ahead, Keith. Ask your question. Shit. Okay. You say it's hard doing this way. So much, too much typing. Well, is it a complex question? Is it like A, B, C, and D? True or false? Right. Where did the apple come from? Everybody say apple. And you look in the Bible, it don't even say apple, but everybody put up a motherfucking apple. You feel me? It don't say apple. It don't say banana. It don't say motherfucking grapes. And why would it? Right? Because those names weren't even invented yet. those names, why would it say apple? All right? It didn't say motherfucking roach in the beginning of God created the roach. God created the mosquito. But we got them motherfuckers, don't we? Oh, you said you've been following me since the Nature Boy stream? Well, that's what's up. Okay. But yeah, the Bible has a lot of information in it. Like, all these pro black motherfuckers try to say that the Bible was created by the white man. If the Bible was made by the white man, then why the fuck the white man put the black man first in the white man's Bible? Nobody ever says this shit. If the white man's Bible was created by the white man, why does white society start in the New Testament and not the old one? Shouldn't they put themselves first? Why do they have all of those ancient Egyptian names in the book of Genesis instead of Susie and Amanda? Okay? It shouldn't have been Cain and Abel. It should have been Ted and Stephen. Should have been no fucking Noah. Should have been Nathaniel. Okay? Do you realize Canaan is not a white man's name? I'm just saying. I've never met a white man by the name of Pharaoh or Moses. Never met him. Never met him. And then the scientific term Adam comes from the motherfucking Bible. They couldn't even. Remember, the Jews, okay, were the ones that killed Jesus, right? They were Jews. The preachers, the merchants, the motherfuckers that called Jesus out and said he was full of shit, they were Jews. And again, if you kill Jesus, you put him in the ground, you go back, his body's gone, and he's walking on water. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? The Romans were just hitmen. They didn't give the order. But again, you kill Jesus, you throw him in the grave, you go back, he's gone. What do you do? Lazarus is still there, but Jesus ain't. What do you do? He's walking on water. What do you do? You called him a liar. You tortured him. You killed him. You threw his dead body in the ground. You come back. All right. He's walking off into the sunset, throwing you the middle finger. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Uh-huh. Look at you. All of y'all stuck. Exactly. Because that's how they were. Stuck. That's how they were. Stuck. Because they bet the bank that Jesus was lying and they lost. Okay, let's take God's name out the Bible. Let's rebuild this church shit. Okay, we are going to say I'm sorry for the next 100,000 years. Okay, everybody, did you write that Lord's Prayer down? Write that. Did you wrote that down? Okay, good, good. We need everybody to say that shit every single day, twice on Sunday, 3 times on Saturday. Do not say God's name anymore. Because if you do, he just might come down here and fuck us up because we just killed Jesus Christ. So we need to reevaluate this whole thing. Think about it. That's why the Christian Crusades happened. Why you think they was going door to door talking about, do you believe in Jesus? Well, no, I really don't. Kill this nigga. We not about to go through this. Kill this motherfucker. We are not about to go through this. Do. Excuse me, how you doing? My name is Arthur. We're here with the Christian Crusades, and we just want to know, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Well, no, I'm a Mason, dog, so I don't really kill this nigga. We are not about to go through this shit. His wife has killed everybody in the house. Do. Door to door, door to door, door to door. We not about to go through this again. Oh, you're reading tarot cards? Oh, you believe in witchcraft? Kill this nigga. Oh, we got about 15, 20 more houses to knock on. We gonna take care of this shit door to door. All right? Okay? They hype up the military. All right? They go in there and say, hey, by the way, you know you're doing this for God, right? Go in there and kill that motherfucker. He don't believe in Jesus. No way. Ice his ass. All right, and y'all military personnel know what I'm talking about. All right, any high-ranking officer in the military, the majority of them motherfuckers, I mean, how many atheists do you see running the military? They be gassing the motherfuckers up. God damn it, straight off of scripture. Tell them you're doing it for Jesus, all that shit. Hyping your ass up. All right? They ain't telling you to read about Buddha when you in the military, huh? None of that Hindu shit. None of that Nam Myo Reggae Kyo. All right? They not bringing up Kemet. No, they need you to get on that evil, demonic shit. We need you to go biblical. We need you to get biblical because none of them other books gonna tell you to get biblical. All right? We need you to go over here and stop this fleet of 8-year-old terrorists because they all shooting AKs. Don't feel bad. God did that shit in the flood. They gaslight you. Don't feel bad. All right, God killed all the firstborn and goddamn look. Didn't look at you. You feel bad? God didn't feel bad. Slap the chest. Bow. Get yourself together. We got some toddlers coming through with AK-47s. We need you to take out these 4-year-olds next. Get yourself together. God did it in the flood. Damn it. But I know the military say shit like they train people to kill. You ain't training nobody to kill. You training motherfuckers to defend themselves. Okay? In my opinion, self-defense does not make you a killer. Because the motherfucker that's coming at you is trying to kill you. I mean, in the military, it's not like in basic training, they give you a motherfucker like at the before you graduate, you gotta shoot this motherfucker. We need to be sure that you a killer because we didn't gave you the food, we didn't gave you the push up, we took you to self defense class, we took you to MMA, right? We showed you how to choke a motherfucker, how to stab a motherfucker, how to do all this. But we need to be sure that you gonna get the job done. So here, take this motherfucking spoon and gouge this nigga's eyes out. And then you can graduate. Only then. Go. You have 3 minutes. We're not gonna be here all day. You got 3 minutes to take this nigga's eyes out. Go. You see? Anybody ever see that show Scandal and shit? Where that crazy motherfucker Huck was going in there and he was taking niggas' fingernails off and all that. They do that shit in the military. They been doing that shit. But what they don't tell the military personnel is that they do the same shit in the psych wards and everywhere, you know. All right. Yeah. That's why I said I don't even touch the chat room. Fuck that. I leave the chat room alone because I could do the same shit. I could touch this motherfucker phone, or as soon as I touch it, it'd be telling me to block somebody. It'd be fucking me up and shit. Okay? That's why I feel that all military personnel, when you come back home, you should be able to tell all your war stories in detail, not just ABC, not just HBO, not just the Discovery Channel, because eventually we hear about it any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? Because one minute you got the people that's like really in the world, and they be like, man, I don't want to talk about that shit. But the next motherfucker, he on a he, the motherfucker that was out there standing in the field with you. This nigga then went on ABC and told all the business. Have y'all peeped that? So what happened when you went over to Syria? Well, when I first touched down, it was gunfire everywhere. Bullets was flying by my head. Choo, 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 choo. It sounded like it sounded like some motherfucking massive bugs. Choo, 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 choo. All right, my man was standing out there. The bullets just chopped his arm off. Choo, choo, choo. All right, he went running round the corner. Mama, mama. Well, how did you survive and not get hit by any fire? Well, shit, brother, motherfucker, I ducked. I ducked behind the goddamn corner, walked around the sideline, and I saw the motherfucker shooting, so I pulled my spoon out. A spoon? Yeah, in the military, you had to rip a nigga's eyes out with a spoon before you even graduated. So I hit him with the goddamn spoon, took his eyes out, popped his eyes out. Can't shoot if you can't see. Then I took out my sewing needle. You had a sewing needle? Yes, I had a sewing needle with me. And I stabbed his ass in the neck with the sewing needle until he bled out and died. Then I moved on to the next target. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just let it all out. Why didn't you use your guns? Didn't you have guns? Yeah, but I wanted to save them until I got to the final round. Final round? Yeah, the final round was the house. That motherfucker was all the way in the back. All right. They don't want to tell the stories, but they'll damn sure make a Call of Duty video game and put the whole motherfucking story in there for a bunch of goddamn 9, 10 year olds. I said, man, this is crazy. I don't know what's worse, the war stories or the slave stories. I think the slave stories got all the military stories beat because there's some video footage of actual slaves that were recorded about what happened to them the day that they became free, and to hear their life story, you see, because it was one, and I swear I did a video a while back on it. I don't even know if it's still up on YouTube. But to hear the stories about a boy that was 16 years old and now he was no longer a slave. Basically, he was homeless. He couldn't read. And back then, it was illegal for a child or a 16-year-old to go into a grocery store and buy food. The only way a child could go into a grocery store is if they had a note from a parent or a legal guardian or something like that. And uh, uh, some of the slaves didn't have parents. They were working on the fields and they weren't with their biological mother and father. So they were living in the woods, basically. They were living in the sticks. eating whatever they could, like bugs. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they could find, they were broken down into an even worse habitat than they did when they were slaves. They were better off slaves on the plantation than the moment they were free because they were given absolutely nothing. It was like, okay, y'all ain't slaves no more, so I can't pay you. I can't give you the $2 no more. I can't house you. I can't do none of that for you. You got to go and, I guess, find you a place to live. They was living outside. Whether it rained, whether it snowed, whether it did all of that, they were living outdoors, you know, like Africans. I look at it, what, 50 years? Okay. Yeah, about 50 years from that point. Yeah, we were still way, way, way behind the curve. But like I said, that's all in generational stuff. It's like I said, the generations uh uh will always reveal, things that you never find out about. But I might end up doing another breakdown on some of these people that were actual slaves during slavery, and they were interviewed once they had gotten into their older ages, and just to hear these people communicating, to hear these people talking. Um, like I said, you really see how many people lied, how many people told stories that, when you hear it from an actual person versus the books and everything that was said, yeah, man, it was a serious wake up call. It was a serious wake up call. And then when you go look at the 13th Amendment and see that all they did was rewrite it so they could use slavery on blacks and whites, that could have easily been an issue that triggered the Civil War. That could have easily been a part of it because the revision on the Constitution, you know, says that the black man is equal to the white man. So, as far as the government concerns, everybody can be a slave. It's like the slaves were never freed. I mean, they were freed in a physical sense that they didn't have to listen to you know the massa or the plantation owner. Like legally, they didn't have to do it. So the shit's real, real wild. But you know what? What time is it, y'all? Because yeah, man, I've been running my damn mouth. It's like 3:30 in the morning. Okay, I'm about to crash out, man. Give me a little rest. Be doing these late night shows, fucking up my goddamn internal clock. You see what I'm saying? So when I come back, man, I'm gonna try to put up a show uh in the daytime. I'll try to open up the phone lines and we can have a call-in show. And yeah, if y'all motherfuckers want to discuss something I said or anything, like I saw it was some woman that came in here earlier that said, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but she said that she was on Z. Oh, it was that Keish C. I open up the phone lines and all of y'all comedic alien believers. You know. All of y'all motherfuckers that believe in that other shit, yes, feel free and check my gangster. You know? Yeah, feel free. Feel free. Yep, that's knockout gas. So shout out to the people, all right? Donate and don't hate. PayPal, Cash App, y'all know what it is. It's your boy VicDamoane. I will catch up with y'all. We'll try to get up like an afternoon show because I don't think me and my wife got to do anything. So we'll catch up with y'all on the afternoon show. All right. And we will see y'all on that side. Deuces.